graduating class of 2013, welcome. And a special welcome to the graduates of the class of 2013. My name is Asma Giga, and I'm honored to be your host this evening. And now, without further ado, please help me welcome our first speaker of the night, our high school English teacher, Mr. Shemp.
Assalamu alaikum. Did I do it right? Thank you so much for coming here today to share in our moment. I think I speak for all the teachers and staff members here when I say this is a proud day for Heritage Academy. We see before us the second graduating class of Heritage Academy. 29 familiar faces we have greeted every day, taught new skills, forged relationships, and watched grow. We've nagged and advised, discouraged and encouraged, lectured and listened, punished and rewarded, regretted and applauded. Together, we've argued, laughed, cried, yelled, and smiled. We've been doing these things with some of you for 5 years now. For putting up with all of that, you definitely deserve a round of applause. I have a message for the graduating seniors of Heritage Academy, so listen close. There are two contradictory messages I try to communicate in my classes. So it's not about satire. Don't worry. One, you cannot do anything without those around you. And two, it is you who accomplishes great things. These messages seem to conflict with one another, but the wonderful truth is that they do not. Graduation is one of the best demonstrators of this. Seniors, feel immense pride with this day, with your accomplishment, for you did this. But look around you and realize all the love, support, and help you've received from your friends, your family, your fellow students, and your school. We feel pride in your accomplishment too, and we celebrate that today. Today, I want to talk about Heritage. It's a wonderful name for a school. Education is one of the touchstones of our heritage, a way of passing knowledge and identity on. Our full name is Heritage Academy of Science and Technology, and it reinforces the school's double identity. We are a STEM school, but we are also a community school. And in the same way as before, these seemingly contradictory identities actually reinforce each other. I first came to Heritage in 2011, and it didn't take me long to realize that although there are still misbehaving students, the misbehaviors were often different in interesting ways. My first realization of this was when I first confiscated a pair of headphones, and instead of Chris Brown, I heard Tajweed. This put me in a hard spot as a non-Muslim teacher. Yes, I understand you're hearing the word of God, but you need to pay attention to me now. This realization struck home with me when a fellow teacher at another school told me a tale of his walking in on two students in the bathroom, doing something that I will not mention here. And I found that I could not relate at all. Things are different at Heritage, and that difference is not merely a curiosity, it is an opportunity. For example, when I ask students about careers, about their futures, I do not receive a litany of responses about becoming actors or musicians or reality TV stars or professional football or basketball players, although I do receive one or two. Hey Mohammed, how's you doing? Instead, I have a room full of people who want to become doctors so they can go back to Somalia and help others. Now, one natural reaction among teachers is that we need to manage realistic expectations. To that, I say you do not realize the opportunity we've been handed. Yes, we need to guide these students. For example, I would say it is better to help where you are first than solely to hope to help elsewhere. I would also say that Somalia needs more than doctors to prosper. It needs services like police and firefighters. It needs infrastructure from engineers and architects. It needs justice through lawyers and social workers. It needs education and research by scientists, teachers, and journalists. Find your passion and use it to help your people.
Thank you, Mr. Schempp, for sharing those words of wisdom and your lovely experiences with our senior students. Next, we have our keynote speaker, Dr. Cordell Hardy. Dr. Cordell Hardy is a technical manager for the materials group in 3M Safety, Security, and Protection Services Business Laboratory. Hardy joined 3M in 2003 after obtaining a PhD in chemical engineering from the University of Minnesota. Without further ado, please help me welcome Dr. Hardy.
Thank you so much. A very tough act to follow. I remarked to Mrs. Larson over there on the side as I learned the order of the speakers today that following an English teacher at a graduation commencement is a tough act. So you lived up to the billing. Well done. Thank you. What a wonderful day. I think there's scarcely any reason to be sad on a day when you're commemorating such a wonderful accomplishment as reaching a milestone in matriculating from high school. Not everybody gets a chance to do this. The fact that you have so many family members and friends and community members here to celebrate with you is a testament to the accomplishment. You're going to be able to take this experience with you for the rest of your life. And I would encourage you as you do that, that you take advantage of all the tools that maybe your teachers told you not to use, cell phones, Facebook, social media, and keep in touch with one another and the teachers and your community members that have supported you thus far. I know in a sense this is preaching to the choir in the Somali community because I know from personal experience how much you support one another and I expect that there's not going to be any chance for there to be too much distance between you as the future passes. So again, congratulations. No one can take your education away. The fact that you've learned enough and executed enough to meet the requirements for a high school degree has qualified you permanently for the rights and privileges of being a high school graduate, whether you go into college or a second two-year degree or go out into the workforce. You've qualified yourself to do things that you couldn't before reaching this milestone. And this enabling feature of education, I hope that you take with you because as it has for me, it's really transformational. Getting exposed to new ideas and learning how to use that information to affect results that can be helpful to other people is a special treat and an honor. More importantly though, today, and what I'm hoping to do during my time with you is to take a moment and reflect a bit on the future and some things that I believe, at least from personal experience, will be helpful to you along the path. In April, I had a chance to speak with most of you, just to give a little bit of an introduction, and so now I'm hoping to give some useful advice. And so, as I do that, I'd like to maybe bring out two elements of decision-making that I think are going to be important for you as you make choices that you'll naturally be making as you decide on your next steps. I know some of you have already made some firm commitments to the next phase of your life, whether work or college. The first is perspective, and then the second is purpose. So we'll take a moment and think about those in general, and then since Heritage is focused on STEM and engineering and the sciences, we'll spend a little time focusing on those in particular. Okay. So what is perspective, right? Thinking about who you are and your relationship with the surroundings in time, in society, in relationships, and I think of it as a tool that you can use to avoid learning from experience. Right? The idea is that if you have perspective as you're setting your purpose, then you can make right decisions the first time around. Right? And so as we think about perspective, I'd like to maybe just prompt the process by considering a few questions. Right? Who are you? Right? You might think of yourself as your name, but you're deeper than that. You might think of yourself as being Somalian, right? But you're deeper than that. Not just the Somalian first or second generation immigrants to the United States, but you are continuing story of the Somalia of thousands of years ago that led the world in being a trading partner with Egypt and laying the foundation of the modern underpinnings of medical science, advanced mathematics, civil engineering, and a host of other areas. Your life has not just come through the difficult circumstances that we see Somalia in today and the heels of being war-torn and facing the results of civil war. But rather, you are pregnant with purpose and all of the amazing capabilities that those same people that built the pyramids and taught the world geometry and medicine are living in you. So I think as you think about who you are, don't just go back a generation or two, but think about your life in the context of all of history. Consider this Wikipedia description of Somalia's history. Ancient pyramidal structures, tombs, ruined cities, and stone walls found in Somalia, such as the Wargad Wall, are evidence of an ancient, sophisticated civilization that once thrived in the Somali Peninsula. The findings of archaeological excavations and research in the area show that this civilization had an ancient writing system that remains undeciphered. Are you going to decipher it? And enjoyed a lucrative trading relationship with the ancient Egyptian civilization, Greece, and since at least the 2nd millennium BC. This supports evidence of Somalia being the ancient land of Punt. The Puntites traded not only in their own produce of incense, ebony, and short-horned cattle, but also in goods from other neighboring regions, including gold, ivory, and animal skins. Ancient Somalians domesticated the camel sometime between the 3rd and 2nd millennium BC, and it spread from there to ancient Egypt and North Africa. And then over the long time since, periods have passed and events have happened that resulted in the domination of that whole area by Arabs from the northeast, and just 1,200 years ago, bringing with them the Islamic faith that the world and you all know so well. This is your history. This is also my history, right? If you believe the 2999 DNA test that I took that said I'm Somalian by genetic ancestry. Do you know who you are? Why are you here, right? Are you here because you're seeking economic respite and refuge from difficult circumstances? Are you here because you want to better yourself through education? Are you here because you want to pursue going back to Somalia and being a doctor? Why are you here? What do you believe in? Why do you believe what you believe? I could spend the rest of my time talking about belief and the impact that it has on our choices, but suffice it to say that everyone individually chooses what you believe, right? And you can choose to believe what everyone around you believes, or you can choose to believe differently. And it's not my intent to talk about what is right to believe, but very much so to emphasize that the things that go into your choices around what to believe shape your character over your life. So it's worth your thoughts, right? What important events are happening around you? Again, talking about perspective, not just internally, but externally, in the society around you. The world has changed. The United States used to be the single most powerful country in the world, and globalization and the internet has come and has changed your life whether you know it or not. More personally, your family and your most recent ancestors have likely suffered quite a bit for you to have a high school diploma today, for you to live in the United States and to have all of the opportunities afforded to you. What does that mean to you? Perspective. If you take the time and dig into your heart, invite somebody you trust to go through that journey, you'll come up with a view of who you are and the direction that you're going in. And then thinking about what it is that you want out of life will allow for you to drive at a purpose. What you want, what you need, what others around you need. And then the key question, does your perspective and your purpose match? Do they line up? Are you thinking about this opportunity you have right now? You'll never get a chance again to take a stock of where you want to be 10 years from now and learn, and maybe you're doing it already from the experiences of all the people around you and looking at the trends in the world and making a choice that lines up well with your beliefs and your heart's desire. When I was in college, in high school, I didn't do that. And I wish that, looking back, I could have done that, so I would have been so much more effective and efficient at the time. So I just want to, once again, congratulate you, and I think your future has to be bright, the way that there's so much joy and love in this room, regardless of the choice and career that you make, regardless of the things you do you have a precious gift and energy, and I wish you every success.
Seniors, I hope you guys were taking notes, okay? Just a reminder, this is a graduation, and this is our graduating class's day, and we're trying to celebrate this day with them, so please just show them some respect as the speakers are talking. Thank you. Next, I'd like to call up on the stage two of our wonderful seniors, Mariam Farah and
Bismillah, Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalam ala Rasulullah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam. Taslim kathira. Amma ba'd. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. To our respected guests, honorable teachers, administrators, families, friends, and last but not least, the graduating class of 2013. Welcome. It's been 4 years since we started this journey called high school. A journey filled with excitement, drama, and expectations. Through the years, The graduates of Heritage Academy accomplished many challenges. Whether it was waking up to a wind chill temperature of -20, or finding out a paper you pulled a all-nighter for was postponed for the next day. Mr. Greenwood. In 2000, that was a hard paper. In 2000, we were kindergartens. The cutest kindergartens ever. In 2009, we started high school. We got off the bus the first day and entered our building as children. And now we leave as adults. It seemed like just yesterday, we were little freshmen trying to fit in, and I'd get trampled by the seniors. But now, we're the ones doing the trampling. But now, as we step into the first day of the rest of our lives, let us take one last chance to think about all the friends we have made, all the teachers who have made a difference in our lives, and all the support and love our families have given us over the years. In 10 years, some of us, or some of those who sit before you, will be doctors, engineers, others will be lawyers, and some of you will be teachers, and others will be taxi drivers. But we will all cherish the moments we had, or the moments we made here. Well, maybe not all the moments. Maybe not being told we have 5 seconds to get to our next class, Abdinasir, and running to the bathroom just to find out it's locked. But I will remember, or what I will remember, and what I will cherish when I'm old and gray, is Mr. Shemp's English class. The Friday prayers with all of you, well, those who choose to pray, and all the pranks that we pulled. Yes, the chicken that was thrown inside the auditorium. And so I will end by thanking you all. And I want to thank the strangers in the room right now. So I want to thank you all for all the friendships you have given me. Thank all the teachers for all the wisdom and knowledge they have installed in me. Thanking all the administrators for the opportunities they have provided me. And challenging you to do what the Army says. And be the best you can be. Be the best graduating class in history. Heritage Academy, class of 2013. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. Alhamdulillah. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Before I begin my speech, I'd like to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for blessing me with this honor of not only graduating, but completing a milestone. I'd like to thank my beautiful parents for their gracious love, my teachers for their courteous help, and all the families for their strong support. Thank you. I remember one day during the summer of my sophomore year, when I wanted to switch to a different school. I was confused. I didn't know where to go. I was at a carnival, and a good friend named Abdulaziz Ali, aka As, came to me and convinced me to switch to Heritage. Now we all know As. Once he grabs your hand, there's no letting go. I owe it all to you, bro. Thanks to you, I've created a brotherhood that will last for a lifetime. Have a small community I can go to seek help for and receive lessons that have taught me a lot. With that being said, I'd like to share a few words with you today. When I began in high school, I never really cared about school. Never cared about my teachers or grades just in general. I remember my dad and I talking all night about this thing called education and how it's so important and how I need it for the rest of my life. Now I'm sitting here and I'm a 12-year-old and I'm thinking, what is this guy talking about? But although I was an immature child then, it somewhat kind of touched me. Then all of a sudden, I started taking things more seriously, and oddly, I started appreciating things more often. So I asked a friend what was happening to me, and he answered, it's okay, Abdulrazak, it's called common sense. I then asked, so like, what's the point of all this hard work and not wasting time? What's up with all that? Then he says that so you may attain an education. Then it hit me. Everything I was doing for the past 12 years was to get an education. See folks, education never ends. Education never ends. One can steal your wallet from you, your credit card, personal items, and sadly, even your life. However, one cannot simply take the knowledge you have gained. Even after death, the knowledge that you have learned and have spread stays with the people and creates a legacy. Today, in the year 2013, I'm following the teachings and knowledge of a man that lived 1400 years ago, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So knowledge, it doesn't only stay with you. It is there so you can benefit those in need. Today, I am grateful for the knowledge that I've gained because my brothers and sisters all over the world who are suffering and who are oppressed do not get the benefits that me and you have received today. Moving on, Heritage has helped me with everything. When I was sleeping in class, I had staff that would help me out, would tell me, Abdulrazak, this is not the road that you want to take. When I was lost, or I didn't have the resources I needed, I had counselors that were there for you. And when I needed encouragement, there you go, the students of Heritage. So thank you, Heritage. You never failed to disappoint me. You know, coming to Heritage 2 years ago, I wasn't a very thankful person. Now that I've graduated, these 2 years have been the most thankful years of my life. I really want to thank someone very special today. I want to thank a guy named Mahmoud Galoni. He has done a lot for the students. He has done a lot, not only for the seniors, but all the students that go to Heritage. When I had a problem, I'd go to him. Never have I seen a man who understood the students at Heritage like Mahmoud Galoni. He knows them very well. When two students have a problem, he's going to take them aside, take them to the downstairs gym, and make them play basketball with each other. There's no one at Heritage who understands the students like Galoni. So be thankful, class of 2013, because you did it. You have accomplished a big achievement, not only to yourselves, but definitely to your parents. They're the ones who suffered and faced the trials of a nightmare. They're the ones who suffered and faced many, many things throughout the years while they were trying to bring you here. The things they went through are not in comparison to your broken PlayStation 3 or that dream car you never got. The knowledge and hard work we've accomplished today can now heal and calm the adversity that has touched them. Thank you, parents, for your patience. Now you can watch your children prosper into inspirational figures for the future. I believe in my class of 2013 and know that they'll change the world one day and set an example for the following generations. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you guys. Let's give another round of applause. All right, we're gonna switch gears here. I'm gonna call up our director, Abdul Rashid, and chair of the board, Holly, to present the scholarships.
Good evening, everyone. Before presenting the scholarships, we want to take one moment to congratulate all of the graduating seniors. As many of you know, last year was Heritage's first graduation. And at graduation, we had the honor to tell you that every graduating senior last year was accepted to at least one college. This year, we have the same honor to tell you that at least every student here tonight who is graduating is accepted to at least one college. This is phenomenal. We are so proud of the students at Heritage, and we congratulate all of you on your academic success. And like Mr. Shemp mentioned, you did not do this alone. We have to thank all of the teachers and staff, as well as all of you here tonight. Heritage consistently has among the highest rates of attendance at parent-teacher conferences. And this is because all of you families understand how important you are to your students' education. So thank you and congratulations to all of you. Moving on to the scholarships, we are very happy to present 6 scholarships tonight. And we should thank Jill Larson and Diane Auger for serving on the scholarship committee. The first scholarship is the Sunshine Award. This award is sponsored by our Heritage parents and is awarded to someone entering the field of STEM or of health. The recipient must have at least a 3.25 GPA and must plan on attending college.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. The student that will receive this scholarship is Nasra Abdi.
The next scholarship is the Chittichak Family Foundation Award, and this scholarship is sponsored by one of our own teachers, a math teacher at Heritage Academy. The scholarship is awarded to a student who has at least a 3.5 GPA and who excels in math.
This award goes to Ahmed Ahmed.
The Fletcher Family Award is sponsored by John Fletcher, who is here tonight and who served on the board of directors of Heritage Academy for the last 3 years. This award is given to a student who has a 3.25 GPA minimum, who plans on attending college, and who has a very strong leadership record.
This award goes to Hafsa Noor.
The fourth scholarship is the Solidarity and Health Award, and this scholarship is sponsored by a student group here at the University of Minnesota. It is awarded to a student who has a minimum of a 3.25 GPA and who is interested in attending college to pursue a career in health.
This award goes to Muhammad Noor.
by Rinky Noonan, a law firm in St. Cloud, and is awarded to a student with at least a 3.25 GPA, and preference is given to a student who wishes to pursue a legal career or who is involved in justice-related pursuits.
This award goes to Said Musa.
Is given to a student with a 3.25 GPA and a student who shows a very strong volunteer record.
This award goes to Ahmed. Thank you very much, at Dalmatian team.
I'd like to congratulate all the recipients of the scholarships one more time. All right, graduates, at last, the time you've probably been waiting for has finally arrived. You probably have been waiting for this time right now for the past 12 years, and it's finally come. I will now call up Ms. Diane and our Executive Director, Dr. Ali, to present the diplomas. Nasra Abdi. Yasmin Aidi. Fatuma Ali. Mariaron Ali. Hadan Ashker. Maryam Farah. Najma Kadir. Nasra Muhammad. Hafsa Noor. Amina Wako. Ifrah Warsame. Jamila Warsame. And now the boys of class 2013, Zakaria Abdulrahman. Ahmed Ahmed. Abdul Aziz Ali. محمد جمالي. عبد الحفيظ محمد. أحمد محمد. محمد محمد. صالح موسى. محمد سعد موسى. محمد نور. عبد الرزاق If everyone can please take a seat. Alright everyone, there's one last thing that the graduates have to do before they are officially graduates. Class of 2016, please stand. The turning of your tassel symbolizes your transition from a candidate to a graduate. Sure. Everyone, if you could please be silent, there's one last thing that the graduates have to do. Class of 2013. The turning of your tassel from the right to the left symbolizes your transition from a candidate to a graduate. So, at this time, will you please turn your tassel?